Greetings, welcome back. This is Anthony, this is Vincenzo. This is Pluck Pro's Complete Guitar Course for Beginners. And we're in the section now talking about improvising, writing music, and jamming with buddies. Okay, this tune here is something I call it El Matador. And it's something I'm pretty sure I made up. I mean, it may sound similar to something else, but I'm almost positive I made it up. And it's a cool tune. It's got a really fast, lot of energy, and it's going to introduce some different kind of strumming pattern we haven't covered yet. So we'll go over the chords and the strumming pattern first. The first chord is A minor, second chord is C, third chord is D minor, fourth chord is E major. And the pattern is okay, so I'm going down, up, flat, up, down, up, flat, up, down, up, flat, up, down, up, flat. Okay, and we're going to be doing it pretty quick, so feel free to jam along if you want, or just kick back and listen. And we'll run through the chord progression together one time so you can hear how it sounds together. Ready, go. Oh, we'll do it again. Ready, go. Okay, so that's the full cycle, and then what I'll be doing is I'll be doing a melody that I put together, and it'll be in A minor scale. It'll be adding a couple of sharps and flats here just for kind of little effect and little tension, but really that's it. It's all in A minor. It's all the notes that you see every day. It's just instead of going through the scale like I'm doing a lot of jumps, like that jump. That's the main theme in the beginning melody. And then I'm also doing what's called arpeggios. Arpeggio is basically playing the chord one note at a time. That word is arpeggio. And when you see it, you might be like, whoa, what the heck is that? All it means is to play an A minor chord one note at a time. So here's the chord strummed, and then here's the arpeggio. And then a lot of times you use arpeggios as pickups or as little connecting notes, or as you'll see in here, I'll use an A minor to an E major or E7, and I use that as part of my riff, and really it's just the chord. I'm just doing what he's doing, but one note at a time. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and jam it for you, and we're gonna take turns soloing, and then at the end we'll kind of go over and discuss what we're doing, and I'm gonna ask him a couple questions on what you were thinking while you were creating this stuff. Okay, here we go. We'll do 4 and then a break, and then I'll start. Okay, the full cycle 4 times, then a break, and then the melody starts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to start over real quick. Start from the beginning after the break. Don't go to the change. That was the intro, okay? And when I'm doing the percussion. Okay, so as you can see, sometimes when you're jamming with somebody, you have a little communication error, and it's quite alright. It's all good. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to do the chord progression 4 times and do a break. Then at that break, I'm going to start with the melody from the beginning. Then I'm going to stop us. There's another part to this that I'm going to explain in a minute. So we're not going to go through the whole song. We'll just do that first part, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, if you heard, I did this, and then here come the arpeggios. Those are arpeggios again, just repeating the chord, what he's doing. Okay, now what we're going to do right after that part is what musicians call a change. Basically, it's changing the chord progression. We're going to keep the chords in the key of A minor, so I'm not going to travel outside of the A minor key. But there's going to be different chords. What that's going to do is going to make the whole foundation and background of my solo change, which means that it's going to have a change. It's going to change the sound, the feel of it. So most good tunes, I'd say 90% of them have a change at some point. Basically, if you play the same thing over and over and over and over again the same way, it would just get boring after the fourth time. It'd just kind of be over it. People wouldn't want to hear it anymore. So we throw a change in. The change we're doing is D minor, and then G7, C, then F, B minor 7, flat 5, then E, then A, then A major. And then we do the same thing again. And then we hold the B7, B minor 7, flat 5, and then we do the E. And then we're going to start over again. Okay, so we'll run through it this time. We'll actually go through the whole tune this time, okay? Don't forget the intro, and when you, after the 4th time, go. So I can start, okay? So give me that little break. And we're doing a percussive break at the end of the 4th time in the intro. You'll hear. Okay, that little break of sound is kind of saying, hey everybody, we're going to do something different now. And then that's when I'm going to come in with the melody. And you'll see that it adds a little more effect than if you were to just play through. Because musically, we're really balancing sound and no sound. And the better you can get at balancing sound versus no sound, the more interesting it's going to sound. For example, if I just did this, yeah, sure, that's cool. I'm playing a bunch of notes fast, but it's all sound. There's no stopping of sound. So to balance it out, I go. That immediately makes it more interesting than. I mean, that's just kind of like, wow, turn it off. So putting that no sound in there is just as important as the sound. A lot of musicians forget that, and they're just trying to cram as many notes as possible. Remember, silence is just as important as non-silence, or sound versus no sound. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was pretty much most of the tune. We could have kept going and jammed, and at some point we could actually add another change if we wanted to, which I think would probably be cool for that song. And so as I evolve that song, we might add some more. So really what you want to get is a really good comfortable feel of jamming with your buddy, or listening to the recording and getting to know that progression really well, so that way when you're playing your solo, you can hear the progression in your notes. You can hear clearly that I'm playing A minor, C, D minor, E, just in my melody. If I took out the rhythm section, it would be. You can hear in that. So you want your melody line to go alongside with your chord progression. You want it to be fluid and smooth and match, and then have a blast with it. What were you thinking when you're doing your solo? Are you thinking?
No.
No, what are you doing?
Just hanging out.
Hanging out, just hanging out and playing notes. Okay, speak up so they can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's important that you feel comfortable just playing notes. You don't want to think too hard. You don't want to think, oh man, is that note in the scale? Of course, there is a time when you do that. when you're practicing and you're learning the scale, okay, yeah, spend that time, use your mind, use it to pick notes and choose which ones you're going to play. But when it comes to actually jamming with somebody or playing in front of somebody, you want to switch to the other side of the brain, turn off the mind, and just do it. Let your soul, let your heart take over. It's a shame that a lot of musicians stay so technical. They're technically thinking, and you can hear in their playing that it's just all technique, and it's all the rules being followed perfectly. Don't take me wrong, it's beautiful, and all the respect to those people that play like that, it's great. But there's a point as a musician that you want to get past technique and technical playing and actually just be free enough to where basically the universe can just play through you. I mean, it sounds all spiritual guru stuff, but I mean, you want to be able to turn yourself off and just let the music flow through you. And that's really a goal that all of us musicians want to be able to reach, is to be able to do that all the time. Yeah, that's about it. So again, Antonio Melendez, Vincenzo Cangelosi, and we are Pluck Pros, complete guitar course for beginner. All right, have a great day.